folks, it's J-Doug here. I'm basically bored. There's about 6 to 10 inches of snow outside with about 6 to 8 inches of frozen ground underneath of it. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to share some of my Relic modes that I have in the CTX Mind Lab that I've been using on this brigade camp that I've been in for 9 months. I first got these programs about, I don't know, a month into it, so about 7 months. But this represents about 8 months of it, including 2 big pits, a couple small fire pits, and 3 latrine lines. And this is this month, so that's 9 months. Of course, I didn't dig the sharps up there, but this is all my finds from this month. So I'm going to start off with a couple videos, clips from in the field. I got like 120 or 30 videos that I did in the field that haven't posted yet. Just waiting to do that at a later date after I pretty much exhausted everything and made sure I found the pits that are there to be found and stuff. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll come back, and then I'll show you the settings in the machine on how to use them. J-Doug, signing off. Hey folks, I got an iffy signal here. I was going along in my special Relic mode with the tones for iron turned down and all the other tones turned up and combined, and I got that signal, but it sounds like it could be a falsing on each side of the iron, but when I switch over to my other mode, it's a good solid tone. Now, I probably would, if I didn't have that mode, I don't know if I would have opened that up or not. You know, it depends on, now when I get to digging iron, of course that's going to come open. But right now I'm just looking for good targets and saving the iron for the future. Unless I get, you know, a big deep signal that's a big target. Like the frying pans and the cannonballs and stuff like that. The frying pan kind of falsed a little bit, you know what I mean? Because that circle, and made me want to investigate it, and then it just kept getting deeper, and then there you go. But I'm going to open this up and see what it is. Stop talking. J-Doug, signing off. Folks, well, that was a pretty good sized target right there. Or pretty deep, but it ended up being a button back. Looks like it's been a button back for a while. Yes, and I don't know if that's modern or what it is, but I got a program in here, and detector I wanted to show you all. This is, let's see, this is all metal mode combined, you know, like the best kind of mode that you want to run into so you can hear metal, all metal all the time. And you hear that, and now I'll put this this bullet on there with it, right on top of it, with the iron facing down. Basically the same tone. Now I'll switch to this other mode that I like to use, that is got the tone set the same for iron as it does for a good target, and watch what happens. And that was with the iron facing the coil. Here's with the bullet facing the coil. that's how I was getting all those root tops mixed in with those square nails, was that mode right there. And that's what I've been using here. Okay, well, now that we've seen that in action, I'm basically going to show you the two modes that I use the most. I had difficulty with this thing in iron when I first got it, and for this purposes, I got to turn. Wait a minute. Let me turn the sensitivity down because I'm inside. I usually run it on 27 all the time, ground permitting and interference. It usually works all the time, at least where I'm at. So usually I think the factory says in 22 and it quiets it down sometimes. So the first mode I got is basically a 4-tone tone ID profile. See there? So we'll scroll down to that. And there it is. Now, what I did in here is I turned, this is usually factory setting at 120. I turned that down to 75 and then turned all the other tones up. I was having a problem here in this tone at like 310 and that tone mixed in with iron. There, this was 120, now it's 310. I think I turned that one up and then hence turned all the rest of them up. And from there, I mean, you can resize them. I think I just made them all even, and you can change the pitch. Here's how I change the pitch in there. You just basically scroll up and down like that. And then you can go on and do it in all of them. And then I have it set at recovery deep and target separation fair as coin. There's other options in there, but that seems to be working the best for me. I often wondered if that ground coin would work in hot ground, but I'm not in that hot ground enough to really test it. So, but that's my first mode that I like to run in. And then my second mode that I was showing you in the video is, we'll select again, and then go down to edit. Is I run this in discriminate, but basically it's a two-tone. See there? And basically that's your mid-tone and your high tone, and this is good targets and iron both make a high tone, and I run it in discriminate mode all the time. So you can do the same thing in there. I haven't done anything but just set it to that two-tone, which is the two CO tones. I haven't really messed with any of the other ones, the two-tone FE tone, but and the other one is a 4-tone. I'm not sure if it's a CO or FE. I'll have to go back to that and check. And then response smooth, recovery deep, and same thing, target separation fair as coin. And these aren't fail safes, you know, they're not always going to work. You're going to miss some stuff, but the same with everything else. I mean, I did the whole camp with the 17-inch smart coil, and mostly running it in that 4-tone mode, Relic mode, and if I got an iffy signal, switching over to the 2-tone mode and really zeroing in on it, and it works pretty darn good. And there has been times where I just would go to an iron infested area and run it in that 2-tone mode. But I did the whole camp with the big 17-inch coil and did pretty good with it. Now I'm going back over it with the smaller coil, and I'm still getting a lot of stuff out of there. All that stuff was with the smaller coil from this month. So I hope that helps some of you guys out that use the CTX. Again, it's not a fail-safe. And if you guys got any suggestions on some different modes I could try, I surely would appreciate it. And this is J-Dub signing off. Hey folks, well, I was looking through the video and I mentioned it in the field and a couple times that I was, from my all metal mode that I run, basically a 4 or 5 tone. I didn't show you the profile type
But I said I run it in combined. It's basically all the way down at the bottom. And that works pretty good. It worked better than the factory settings, and it allows me to hear certain squeaks that I could either dig right away, you know, just little beeps here and there and mixed with iron. But what I usually do is switch over to my other mode and confirm, and usually it works pretty darn good. So that's it. Sorry that I had to recap. J-Dub, signing off.